Somebody gets the drift now. They get it. They know what you meant now. They just didn't know before. They weren't in that right state of mind to understand you. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. Thank you for being here. I am Mystic Alchemy. So this person actually was mad at you initially. They were very angry because it feels like this person they could be a little cocky. It feels like they could be a little cocky because it's like this energy is like, you leave me? No, how dare you leave me? I leave people, you don't leave me. So that just feels like a very cocky energy that I'm picking up on. Now, I feel like you did like this person. However, you didn't like their attitude. And the way that they view the world, it did not align with you. And I don't feel like you were angry with them so much so. I feel like it was more so of a disappointment because you felt like it was going to go to a place and it didn't get there just off the strength of how this person perceives the world. And it's like, it feels like once you realize how they perceive the world, it turned you off and it led you to make the best decision for yourself. You didn't want to get caught up with this person and then not have a way out, like not have the way to get out, because you know how you love, you love hard, and you weren't trying to fall so deeply for the person that it's difficult for you to leave. And many people go through that. That's why so many failed relationships actually stay active for so long, because one or both of the individuals in a relationship have a hard time leaving because they hold on to the good things that happen, hoping that the good will come back when that ship has sailed, the time has come and gone. So here with this person, it's like their eyes opened up. Something must have happened to where they've grown, like they've been enlightened to see their ways for real. Because a lot of times people can make moves and do what they do, but they don't see themselves. They don't see their ways. They're just doing what they want to do. Regardless of how anybody else feels, they don't really care about that. It's about what they want to do. But then when you get, a certain age, you start to pay attention to how you treat people, and you pay attention to the health of relationships that you have. You just pay more attention as you get older. At least some people do, because some people never pay attention and they just end up, leaving from Earth one day, never really learning anything, unfortunately, which is really sad. But that's besides the point. However, this person right here actually does see the difference between who they were before and who they are now. And now they're recognizing that they really didn't have a right to be angry at you and call you out your name. Something about calling you out your name. They could have had a very disrespectful energy towards you where they would talk crazy like that. And now they just feel foolish. They feel like, I get it now. They didn't get it. They had a lot of growing up to do. So now when they look back on the situation between the two of you, they see it much differently. What I'm getting is that they see the situation that the two of you had through your eyes now. However, I heard, look how long it took. So clearly it took an extended period of time. You were already on this wave and they're just now catching on. So you separating yourself from this person actually was one of the best things you could have done, because you would have been in a whole world of trouble dealing with somebody like this, because they were in an energy where they were actually confused about relationships and how to be active in a healthy relationship and how to maintain a healthy relationship. And they don't know anything about the golden rule at all, clearly, because if they treated you like they wanted to be treated, then they wouldn't have treated you so bad. Okay. And also, it's very likely that they mistreated themselves. So if someone is mistreating themselves, in which you noticed, how could they treat you right? So once you recognize that, that could have been one of the main reasons why you realized that you needed to make the decision to move away from this person, because their energy was not ready for your energy. You had matured and learned so much already prior to meeting them. So once you actually got into the relationship, you fell in love with the beginning. You fell in love with their energy in the beginning. However, over time, the truth of their reality began to show, and you were able to see, this person isn't really good for me, because I don't even think that they're good for themselves. So they can't be good for me. It doesn't make sense. It's not possible. Once you realize that, you made that move, and this person, they see why now. They didn't understand it before. They just felt like you were, it's like they were calling you everything but your name, thinking that you were acting in a way that was funny style, basically trying to blame you for everything, when it was really their inability to have a meeting of the minds with you so that you can compromise where it will work and have understanding between one another. It just didn't work because this person wasn't ready for you. That's just what it is. So you leaving, you made the right decision for yourself, and this person understands, but they really feel down about it because they know that if they hadn't been ready for someone like you, they would have treated you better. Yeah. People with like the immature mind, they shouldn't even be in relationships, and they end up with many individuals. They end up in many relationships, and all they do is leave a trail of broken hearts because they were never ready for a relationship in the first place. And then you got a bunch of bitter people walking around because of people like this that were never ready for a relationship, yet they get in them all the time. So yeah, I say all this to say, it's like Spirit wants you to know that you made the right decision by leaving from this person, because you know that you were approaching the situation with love, and this person was approaching you with disrespect. That don't match. That's not a match. It's not going to work. You recognized that oil and water don't go together, and you moved on. You moved in a direction that was more suitable for you, and that was a great choice. Okay, great choice. So that's it for this message. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. You can book a reading or a healthy conversation by visiting www.milkhoneyRose.org. And also, if you would like to join the membership, you can as well on YouTube, just to support me. And I thank all of those in advance who do decide to join. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next message.